Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here, and welcome to my fall update for the year 2015. I don't actually remember if I had a summer update or not, but at this point, it doesn't really matter because I was pretty much working on the same two projects the entire time. But now, since we're heading into the final 3 months of the year, you guys are probably wondering what is going to be happening in the world of the Slim Kirby channel, and I am here to give you guys all the goods. Let's start with the easy stuff, the stuff I'm working on right now. I am finally at the tail end of the Pokemon Gold playthrough. Walking Dead has returned and I'm smack dab in the middle of Season 2. And on the weekend, I've just been doing some small mini projects. Walking Dead is going to be just going on just fine, and it will be uploaded either 2 or 3 times per week until it's finished. I will have a new weekend project next week that will fit the theme of the month of October, so I hope you guys look forward to that. As for Pokemon, I do have a few updates on that front. I am pretty much reaching the end of the game, as you can plainly see. Hell, if it were just to record the final 2 areas I need to explore, I could potentially knock that out in 2 videos. However, because this is a full Pokédex run, I'm going to need a little more time and a few extra videos of content. Content that I am just not ready to post at the moment. I'm literally at that part of the run where 95% of the remaining run is grinding, whether it's leveling up, evolving, happiness growth, trading, and roaming legendary hunting. And that stuff takes time, a lot more time than you would think. I have made this grinding a little more tolerable by simply not raising any Pokemon that need an evolutionary stone to evolve, and just trading those over straight from my Pokemon Blue version. And while that has significantly lessened this time, there's still quite a bit left to go. Getting back to the main point though, as a result of this grinding, I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next project starting tomorrow. I am not postponing Pokemon Gold, and I'm definitely not canceling it. I just don't have any content to post right now, and until I do, I might as well start the next project. Whenever I do have more videos done, I will post those immediately, so they will still have my first priority whenever they get done. Besides, like I said before, there's really not much left, and it would be silly to postpone this game when I'm this far in. It will get completed, and should still get completed before the month of October ends. But let's actually get into what projects are coming up on the Slim Kirby channel. Once again, like last year, the month of October will feature 2 Halloween projects. I'm already working on one, that's The Walking Dead. My new weekend project will also be built around the horror theme, but in a much different way. Let's just say the new project is definitely not as serious as The Walking Dead is, and because of that, you can probably already guess what the game is. If you can't, well, you only have a week left to find out. My new project starting tomorrow is not a horror or Halloween themed game. It's a game I expressed interest in covering before the end of the year. It's Super Mario 64 DS. That game will start tomorrow. It will take the place of Pokemon Gold whenever I do not have a video of Pokemon Gold to upload, and it should last for all of October and maybe parts of November. I hope you enjoy this project because I'm very excited for it, mostly because it's the last obstacle before I get to a project I'm really looking forward to, which I'll be covering next year, Super Mario Galaxy. But that's not current or upcoming, so let's not talk about that too much. Now, there are 3 other games I expressed interest in covering before the end of 2015, and those games were Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and Mario Kart Double Dash. I can go ahead and confirm that the 2 of those projects will be starting before the end of the year. Sacred Stones will be started once The Walking Dead Season 2 finishes up, and Mario Kart Double Dash will be starting after my Halloween weekend project is done with. As for Tropical Freeze, please be patient. Although it will not be happening this year, I still intend to start it during the winter time, so it should still be covered in the early months of 2016. That's pretty much what you guys can expect though for the remainder of 2015. I'm sure there will be some other surprises along the way, so don't just write up my channel as being done for the year, but I have a pretty good idea of what's going to be happening. I'm not going to be talking too much about 2016 though. It's still a few months away and a lot can happen in just a few months. In fact, I have a lot of other updates to make that go beyond the scope of my YouTube channel, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on next. First off, check out the YouTube channel Puddles HD, a collab channel I have with a number of people. Trust me, there are a lot of people in Puddles, and it would be faster to go to the link in the description, open the link in a new tab, and see who's involved in it without me going through the list and potentially forgetting someone. On the channel, we will have Puddles Plays, game commentaries over classic video games, much like the style of Brain Scratch Comms and Hellfire Comms, random multiplayer sessions, and footage from conventions whenever we go to one. We don't really have a schedule of when these videos will be up or when projects will be completed. We're kind of being casual about that kind of stuff because a number of us already have our own YouTube channels and jobs in real life, but it's a channel we are working on and trying to get out there, so please check it out if you have some time. Another thing I've been hard at work on is my streaming channel, where I've been trying to have regular stream events on a weekly basis, and starting September 30th this week, I will be having a stream event every Wednesday evening from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. I will say though, even though I have it scheduled to end at 9 p.m., doesn't necessarily mean it will end at 9 p.m. I'm willing to and will most likely be playing overtime on all of these stream events. But regardless, during these days, I will be streaming on one week. I'll be doing a bit of a modern free-for-all, where I'll be playing games that I recently bought, games that I haven't completed yet, basically trying to catch up on the huge backlog of games I have in my library. And I might also sprinkle in some Mario Party, some Super Mario Maker, and other things I feel like playing during these nights. Every other week, aside from that, I'll be doing Retro Achievements, which is a website that has taken the liberty of programming emulators that keep track of user-created achievements for old retro games on the NES, Super NES, Genesis, Game Boy, etc. I am ranked in the top 50 of all the users on this site, and I have big plans to move up the ranks and at some point take over the top, as unrealistic and difficult as that might be for me. These events will be happening and alternating every Wednesday night, so please come by and we'll have a good time together. I will also have random afternoon streaming events during the week, but these events will be determined by whether or not I have work I need to get done elsewhere and the next topic of discussion. These random streams will usually be retro achievements, and you can also find the link to my stream channel in the video description. So now that I've talked about Puddles HD and my stream channel, let's combine the two, shall we? My Wednesday stream events are part of a group collaboration called Puddles TV. Puddles TV is basically a stream community that has been created by other members of Puddles HD. Our goal is to make it so every day at some point there will be a streaming event of some kind done by a member of Puddles HD, and or one of our extended friends. Other YouTubers involved in this are Shadow Mario XLI, OdinSpack33, Tennis Bubba 13, Praise Scooter, Monkey Manor, and Laharlcoon. Each member will usually have a designated day and time that they'll be streaming, and you can check out the information on our Puddles TV schedule, which is in the video description. Every Friday we'll have a community night as well, where we will play multiplayer games like Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. 4, and other games that come to mind. So please come on by and check out all the crazy minds over at Puddles TV. Anyway, as I was talking about earlier, during some days I'll be streaming during the afternoons. These streams will not interfere with any other Puddles TV members, so check the schedule regularly, and of course make sure you're following my Twitter for updates on when I could be potentially streaming as well. Usually I'll announce what afternoon I'll be streaming during my Wednesday stream, but if not, I'll try to give a few days notice beforehand, just so you aren't completely taken off guard or in the dark. Those are about all the new updates I wanted to get out there, so I'll start to close this video up. I know that was probably a lot of information to take in, so the video description, if you need a refresher on anything I talked about, everything will be there for your convenience. I also want to mention that I'm seeing October 1st as a bit of a start for a new era for me and my channel. Maybe not in terms of content or how I approach my videos, but as a way I can finally get back on track with all the things I want to implement and keep relevant. So in other words, I'll have my projects taken care of, I'll have a regular streaming schedule, and another factor that was not mentioned in this video, I want to get my website back on track as well. It is severely outdated. There are numerous things that have changed over the last few months, and I would just love to be on the same page as everything else going on. So I'm going to do my best to make sure I can hit the ground running when we get into the last quarter of 2015. It's kind of a personal goal for myself, not really something that concerns you guys, but your support would mean a lot to me because there's a lot of changes I want to make, and it goes a bit beyond just the scope of my online identity as well. I don't want to bore you with all the details, but just let it be known that big things are coming, and I hope you guys will continue to be around as I approach yet another year of being on YouTube. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys later. Later, folks.